I think for the work that we do, a lot of it is one, just getting them outside, right? Appreciating being outside and connecting with nature. And then the secondary effect would be hopefully that they connect with it and then start caring for it. Yeah, for the majority, it's the first time being at the beach. It's the first time touching or seeing snow. Like we opened up the van and they just filtered out and we're in the parking lot and they're playing with parking lot snow. And they're just so excited. And I'm like, it's black snow, don't touch it. Just wait until
white stuff.
Yeah, just wait until we're at the lifts.
Hello, outsiders. Today I am at Wilson Mountain in Sedona. It is I think it's the tallest peak in Sedona, which is why I picked it. And I wanted to introduce my next interview from here because the view is pretty epic. And I'll be making a video on this too, so check that out in the links below on the description on YouTube. But I wanted to introduce my new friend Sunny, who works for an awesome organization in San Diego called Outdoor Outreach, which is really, really cool. We talk about it in the interview. She is a wonderful spirit. I hope you enjoy this interview. I'm gonna try something new and not split it into parts, just make it one full interview so that you can just click on it and you can just listen to it if you want. If you don't want to watch it the full thing, let me know what you think. If you enjoyed that better than the parts, we're all just out here together trying new things. So I hope you enjoy, and if you do, please like and subscribe to my channel because it really helps get the word out. And I'll stop talking. Here's the interview. Thanks. Hello! And today I am speaking with my friend Sunny, who I got to meet here in San Diego. And she has a really amazing job. And what is the organization that you work for?
Outdoor Outreach.
And it's based in San Diego?
Yes, it's a local nonprofit serving local youth, mostly high school age.
High school age, okay, nice. So what do you do with the high schoolers?
We take them out on a whole bunch of different adventure activities. So it ranges from rock climbing, surfing, kayak, mountain biking, all different kinds. And then we even sprinkle in environmental stewardship and leave no trace principles and environmental education.
That's amazing. So you pick them up from their schools and you take them out. So how do you choose which schools?
Usually the schools come to us, and it just takes like one teacher, one admin staff, someone to reach out to us and have interest to partner with us. And then from there, it's just a conversation of how can we best serve you. Unfortunately, a lot of it comes down to budget. What are you capable of funding? And then a lot of times we'll help along with that. So it's like dual grant writing and just fundraising, things like that.
Super cool. You said that it's through the schools, but is there any program that's kind of open to the public?
So we have two programs specifically open to the public. One is Outdoor Outreach Summer Adventures, and that's run like a 5-day summer camp style, where they come out and they do 5 different activities each day. And that is open, so anybody that wants to come in, it's our very first kind of fee-for-service model. However, we do have like a sliding scale, and we do give discounts for families. Yeah. And then the second program is military.
Oh, cool.
So for the military program, it's open for 12 to 17-year-olds and anybody that has affiliation with military. So it doesn't have to be active duty, so retired, on reserve, anything like that, as long as they're military related.
That's so beautiful. Nice. And do they have like a website for Outdoor Outreach?
Yeah, www.outdooroutreach.org.
I'll link to that. So for these high school kids, most of these kids, is this like their first time experiencing these types of situations?
Yeah, for the majority, it's the first time being at the beach. It's the first time touching or seeing snow. Yeah, it's just about as amazing for us as staff as, I believe for them, first time doing these things. Yeah.
What are like the reactions that you get from some of the kids? Are they just like mind blown?
Yes. For snow, definitely. They get up there, and one of my funny stories is like we opened up the van and they just filtered out, and we're in the parking lot and they're playing with parking lot snow. And they're just so excited. And I'm like, it's black snow, don't touch it. Just wait until
white
we're,
stuff.
Yeah, just wait until we're at the lifts. But yes, and I think for a lot of our activities, there's the perceived risk of, oh my gosh, we're going to be up on a rock really high. So there's a lot of just anxiety, fear, but we quickly address that right at the beginning. Introduction circle, we talk about the safety, the gear that we're going to be using, and then we take them through baby steps. So a lot of times it's just happy to be out there in that environment.
I love that. Playing with the black snow. And do you think that it's important for kids to have this exposure to all the different outside elements?
Yes, very, very important, right? Not just being outside and absorbing the sun, being in nature, breathing, all of that's important. I think for the work that we do, a lot of it is one, just getting them outside, right? Appreciating being outside and connecting with nature. And then the secondary effect would be hopefully that they connect with it and then start caring for it.
Exactly, yes. Especially in this technology day and age where you've got all the other things that you can play with that are not outside.
Yeah, you have virtual reality that makes you feel like you're outside.
Right. Is that kind of why you wanted to work for the organization, because of your passion for the outdoors yourself?
Yes, yeah, definitely. And I think that's why most of us are in there. We have the passion first, and then we want to share that and spread that love and care for the outdoors. And then myself, I never grew up doing much of these activities or having the resources to go outside, so I think I identify with them and just I see the opportunities there and the possibilities there to bring them out and to have a safe guide and then provide them the resources that they might need, because it's snowboarding. You have the clothing that you need, you have the gear that you need to rent and lift tickets. So yeah, so I think the opportunity for us to share the passion and then giving them the chance to experience.
I love that. Yay. And do you see a change, for just like an immediate change before and after with any of the kids, or is it kind of like a slow burn?
For some, yes. For some, right away, just they are blown away. And you could see, we laugh about, you could see the stoke when they catch that first wave.
Stoke,
yeah. Or we have had students on a snorkeling trip just blown away by the amount of life, the sea life that they see surrounding them, and they then decide to go on a marine biology degree, you know? So definitely there are some major connections. And then for some, they might come out and say, this isn't the activity for me, but hey, I enjoyed an afternoon outside with positive people and interactions with peers.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like you guys are making an impact, the trickle effect, the ripples. Yes.
So where have you explored on this planet?
Multiple places, but my family's in Taiwan.
Oh, wow.
And then,
cool.
Yeah, and I still haven't explored enough of that area, of the island, really. But also Australia was a beautiful place that I still, it's on my list to go back to and visit. Yeah, just
Where
I was
were you in Australia?
Yeah, I was out in the boonies. I mean, 6 hours outside of Melbourne, in the just backcountry. And what got me out there was this little tiny program, 2 years at the time, 2 years running. And I joined as the 4th staff member,
Wow.
and I was the student intern. And it was a program for at-risk youth in that area. And it was the last chance for a lot of these students to stay within their school district, because they had just been kicked out of too many schools. And so the agreement was if they came onto this program, they would be given another chance and a clean slate once they returned.
Wow, and what would you do with the kids out there?
They signed on for 2 weeks living at our camp, and then we would do adventure activities, mountain biking, rock climbing, sailing, things like that. Yeah. And then we had a 5-day backpacking within those 2 weeks.
So cool. So you've been in the outdoor world for years and years and years.
Yeah, that was always my passion. I think in high school, joined with schools, did after school programs, and realized how much I loved the rec time and then just playing with kids and sharing that joy and passion for just play being outdoors. And so that's kind of my track going into college, was looking at wilderness therapy, adventure education. And so my path has always been along those lines.
That's so beautiful. I love that. I want to take these things. I want to go on these backpacking trips with you.
What is your favorite way to connect with nature?
Definitely surfing. Surfing's up
Yeah.
there, and then rock climbing would be a very close second. But really, it's just being outside with positive people.
Yes.
Yeah, and that to me is just the best kind of enjoyment to share that with each other.
How long have you been surfing for?
Ooh, probably 10 plus years.
10 plus years.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
And what do you do on a personal level to help protect the natural world?
So I try my best.
As we all do.
Yeah, that's all we can ask for, right? Just recycle, reduce, reuse type of thing. On top of just spreading that awareness and knowledge. Now, I don't want to be somebody that's like preaching at everyone, like, oh, you didn't recycle, but it's finding a balance of how to share that information without judgment, and finding ways to be realistic, right?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not. I know for myself, I can't just overnight completely adjust my lifestyle, but I can make baby steps towards it, and then onwards to the youth that we serve. Then it's just connecting them, and once they care, showing them how certain things like plastics and trash does affect not just the environment, but then the animals that are eating it. And so I think with those slow baby steps, we get there. And that would be like my personal effort to help.
Well, I mean, you are helping just by especially exposing all the kids to it, because that's where that starts. They're going to be the adults that grow up, and if they care about nature while they're young, then they will when they're an adult.
They share it with their family. That's what's happening, is that like we see them teaching leave no trace principles to their parents, and then they're even taking their families out to the parks where we recreate. So it's really
so
great to see that
beautiful.
and hear about it. Yeah.
And is there anything that comes up in your mind when you think about what others could do in order to help better protect the planet?
For others, I think first just maybe education, right? Just get to know the why behind. There's these initiatives to like, recycle and leave no trace. I mean, if you just hear it and it doesn't impact you, then it doesn't really take effect. So I think it's just get out there, connect, find out why, see the results of pollution, of litter, beyond like just your day-to-day, right? And I think once that education comes in and awareness, then it gives you more of that motivation to change or to make a lifestyle change.
Totally. I completely agree. Well, thank you so much, Sunny, for meeting with me. I'm so glad that there are programs like Outdoor Outreach, helping kids connect with nature, and people like you hosting them.
So much, and it's definitely, it takes a whole team.
Yeah.
So I'm so fortunate to work with such great people that all share the same passion.
Thank you again. All right, friends. Hope you enjoyed that interview. If you did, please like and subscribe to my channel, and check out the links below for more adventures/interviews, and happy outdoor exploring.